Well, despite a gag order, we're learning more and more about the case of Brian Kohberger. He is the man from the Poconos accused of killing 4 college students in Idaho.
The search warrants that led to his arrest were unsealed by a judge today, and they were served in Washington State at his apartment and his office. Stained bedding, strands of what looked like hair, and a single glove are among the things investigators took from Kohberger's apartment at Washington State University. They didn't collect any weapons there. Law enforcement had been looking for blood, DNA, shoes with diamond patterned soles, and digital evidence that would link him to the victims. Nothing was taken from his office at the school, and this comes at a time when various other reports and leaks are emerging. 69 News reporter Priscilla Ligori looked into how they may impact the case.
They're looking for trace evidence and any transfers that would originate at the crime scene that Mr. Kohberger might have brought with him.
Search warrants for Brian Kohberger's apartment and workplace unsealed as new reports are emerging daily about the Idaho killing suspect and his possible links to the 4 college students. Among the latest, people saying he repeatedly messaged a victim on Instagram. Hey, how are yous? Gone unanswered.
He kept sending more and more DMs. What's really chilling about that is that's exactly what he did to his main crush in junior high school or high school, who became a cheerleader. You know, there have been reports about her where she talked about him pestering her.
Another article by the New York Times says Kohberger felt no emotion and little remorse as a teen growing up in the Poconos.
Both sides, when these tips or leaks come out, we'll take a look at them. It's almost impossible to tell at this early date what might be critical. Remember, the prosecution does not have to prove motive.
When I've had large cases here in Idaho, oftentimes the judge will issue a gag order simply because of the magnitude of interest. You want to protect that information that's close to the case.
Former Idaho Detective Sergeant Brad Maskell worked on the notorious Joseph Duncan case, a convicted serial killer who also studied criminal justice.
When I saw Brian Kohberger, his picture in the news, I was immediately stunned. There seemed to be an eerie resemblance to Joseph Duncan. Mr. Duncan did surveil the home that he was targeting. He covered his face.
Because of how much the public knows about Kohberger,
I would expect Kohberger's attorney to ask for a change of venue.
The prosecution and the defense can ask for additional time. The defense has, however, the right to a speedy trial.
Priscilla Ligori, 69 News.